In this video, the first in the VDI-in-a-box fundamentals series, will give you a quick overview of how the VDI-in-a-box grid works. VDI-in-a-box is an easy, affordable desktop virtualization solution for small and medium-sized businesses to realize the same benefits of VDI as large enterprises. VDI-in-a-box does this by eliminating the multiple moving parts, their associated cost, and the management overhead that VDI typically requires. So with VDI-in-a-box, you do not need load balancers, connection brokers, separate management servers, provisioning servers, an expensive shared storage pool, or specialized high-speed interconnects. To set up VDI-in-a-box, you can assemble a grid from off-the-shelf servers running your hypervisor of choice that have only local direct attached storage, and VDI-in-a-box dynamically provisions and manages virtual desktops across this grid. These machines can be of different sizes and from different manufacturers. All that is required is a hypervisor of your choice running on your bare metal server. On these machines, you set up the VDI-in-a-box virtual appliance. VDI-in-a-box automatically provisions virtual desktops and load balances workloads according to the capacity of the servers in this grid. You can add and remove servers on the fly from the grid. VDI-in-a-box will automatically provision and deprovision these servers, distributing the images needed to serve up virtual desktops. VDI-in-a-box manages all of this automatically. An interesting thing to note is that you have the ability to manage the entire grid as one entity. This means that when you point your browser at any one server in the grid and log in as administrator, you receive a grid-wide view. Managing the grid as one entity allows you to provision desktops, manage images, and add users to the grid, and VDI-in-a-box automatically propagates our request as needed across the servers in the grid. There is no master and there is no slave in this grid architecture. There is no singular connection broker, no central vCenter type of manager. Every server in the grid is a connection broker, a management server, and a provisioning engine. So every server in the VDI-in-a-box grid is equally replaceable, and yet the grid works as one cohesive entity. VDI-in-a-box makes desktops very repeatable, easy, affordable, and predictable. Repeatable because once you have sized the server for a certain capacity, that server will handle that workload regardless of whether it is in a single server grid or a multi-server grid. Easy because desktop IT can now set up and manage virtual desktops without requiring SAN expertise or expertise on virtualization. Affordable because every virtual desktop you deploy has a capital expense lower than that of buying a PC. Predictable because there are no centralized bottlenecks in this architecture that create constraints, such as boot storms that conventional VDI architectures face. The solution will not limit or constrain you. You will get key features such as built-in high availability, the ability to scale on demand, rich high-definition user experience, linked clones to optimize disk usage, and more. We hope this gives you a good overview on how VDI-in-a-box's grid architecture works. The next video in this series is VDI-in-a-box High Availability in Action. To download a free trial, please go to Citrix.com, select Products, and VDI-in-a-box. For instructions, please see the Getting Started with VDI-in-a-box series of videos on citrixtv.com or see our documentation at support.citrix.com/VDI-in-a-box. Thanks for watching.